You probably know this feeling. You plan to get some work done, you sit down at your desk, but then realize you need to make some tea. You go to the kitchen, turn on the kettle, and while you wait, you decide to scroll through Reels or TikTok. And now, half an hour has passed at your desk. You've watched a bunch of funny videos and learned just how good people have gotten at cleaning carpets. But what about your task? It remains untouched. Sound familiar? This is procrastination. It steals our time, energy, and self-confidence. The worst part is, every time we promise ourselves, tomorrow I'll definitely start. But tomorrow comes, and it all happens again. You know, you're not alone. Millions of people struggle with the same thing. It's not laziness or weakness, it's just how the brain works. The brain always chooses easy pleasure and avoids effort. It's trying to protect you. Important tasks, projects, exams, workouts, they seem dangerous, require energy, and cause stress. And at that moment, your brain says, why suffer? Let's do something simple instead. In a study using MRI machines, scientists were able to prove that procrastinators have a stronger connection to the part of the brain responsible for emotions, the amygdala, than to the part responsible for self-control. That's the prefrontal cortex. That's why, when you feel anxious or scared, it often overrides rational decisions. Your brain is literally wired to delay things. But the good news is, there is a way out, and it's actually pretty simple. Your brain is afraid of big tasks, but it easily handles small ones. That's why the 5-minute rule works. Tell yourself, I'll do this for 5 minutes. Just 5. Want to write your thesis? Open the document and start with the title. If you want to work out, put on your sneakers and do 5 squats. And if you need to clean up, start with just 1 table. Usually, 5 minutes will turn into half an hour or even an hour. After all, the hardest part isn't the work itself, but starting it. Imagine a rocket launch. It uses up most of its fuel just to take off. It's the same with tasks. Don't think about finishing everything. Just think about starting. 5 minutes, 1 action, that's enough. That's exactly why the 5-minute rule is so effective. It reduces anxiety, and the brain stops perceiving the task as a threat. There are other techniques to fight procrastination as well, and their effectiveness has been proven by experiments. For example, Professor Dan Ariely conducted studies with students. The first group was given 3 clear deadlines. The second group set their own deadlines, while the third submitted at the end of the semester. The group with fixed intermediate results performed the best. And those who had only one overall deadline almost always procrastinated until the last moment. The conclusion is simple. Structure and external boundaries help the brain work instead of procrastinating. Set small deadlines for yourself and look for ways to create external pressure, whether it's a tracker, a timer, or a friend who will ask about your results. Now, let's move on to the tools. The first is the Pomodoro technique. Set a timer for 25 minutes and work with focus. Then take a 5-minute break. 4 such Pomodoros and you have almost 2 hours of productivity. Second, break tasks down. A big goal can be intimidating, but if you break it down into small steps, it becomes easier. Not create a project, but open your laptop. Not make a plan, but write the first paragraph. Small steps add up to big results. Third is the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it right away. Reply to an important message immediately. Put away your mug, or write down an important idea. These little things clear your head and remove the background sense of duty. And one more thing, the right environment is important. If you want to work, turn off notifications, put your phone in another room, and tidy up your desk. It sounds trite, but it really works. Now imagine 2 scenarios. In the first one, you put everything off again, and the to-do list has hardly changed. You feel tired, irritated, and angry at yourself. You go to bed with this feeling, and it carries over into the next day. In the second scenario, you've done some of the work, maybe not all of it, but there's progress, and you go to bed thinking, I've made a step forward. This small victory will give you energy and confidence. The difference here is huge, and every day you have a choice of which scenario to live out.